Hello. In this video, we are going to see what is PPDT or PP&DT. Okay, PPDT is picture perception and discussion test, where a candidate is shown a picture. He just sees the picture and then he writes a story and discusses the same in the class. So in this video, we are going to see the rules, the tips, and some examples. How are we going to attempt this? Yes, the rules. In this PPDT, you are given a picture. In fact, you are shown a picture. You view this picture for 30 seconds. Then within 1 minute, you need to fill the rectangular box and then build a story. In the box, your perception and the action in one line you need to write. And the next, for 4 minutes, you write a story. Now, what do you write in the given box? You write the characters you see in the picture, the age, the gender, and the action you see in the picture in just one line. This is the line which helps you to build a story. This is the most critical part, and this is where your personality is also displayed. And then you will start making a story in 4 minutes. Now, for making the story, you just elaborate the observations which you have seen in a most meaningful and a positive way. That is around 200, 100 to 120, or in some cases 200 to 250 words. That is, it goes to 2 to 3 paragraphs, and every paragraph will have some three, 3 to 5 lines. So, in the first paragraph, you will just describe what happened, and in the second paragraph, you describe what is going on and probably the future actions. And in the final paragraph, you write a positive outcome of your story and how the characters are benefited out of it. One important thing we have to see in this is the quality of the picture is going to be very dull and hazy. So you will not be able to see very minor objects. Okay. So you have to be very careful. You just have to see with an eagle eye. Now, what are the tips to write? When you are writing this PPDT, you are going to make a positive story with a leading character. You bring a problem in the story, which includes, like, you need to include all your innovative ideas and the way to solve the problem. And you should end the story properly. If you are a female candidate, then you make a lead female character if possible in the story. Then your story, because when you write the story, this represents you, how you think, how you react, or how you handle situation. So these things you have to include in the story, and if possible, add emotions and feeling in your story. Because in PPDT, it's either directly or indirectly you're showing your officer like qualities. So make the story authentic and not the one which you have been memorizing or practicing. Writing authentic stories make it meaningful. You can take the inspiration from your own real life experience, or even from your personal life. You can take the inspiration from the real life of yours. And this way, you can make the story more authentic. Just Write a story based on the picture shown and note every detail of the picture. Do not make your own deductions in the picture or create another imaginary character, or you just steer away from the situation. So you should also see to it that you don't overthink while writing your story, because it's a pure waste of time and it shows lack of authenticity. So now let's go to the examples now. Now just see the picture shown here. When you see this picture, what comes to your mind? Like maybe I would just say the SSB trainees on the first day after their training in OTA Chennai, or maybe Gurkha soldiers resting after training exercises. But for some, it can also be soldiers who just laid their life for after a battle with the enemies. So it's all depend on thinking, but let us be positive. Okay, so we give the priority to the second one, and then we take the first one and we just rule out or we delete the third one because we just keep things positive. So when we see the second one, Gurkha soldiers resting after training exercise. Here we can just have a action line, maybe 10 kilometers of run has been organized, or it's a part of your military training. And Gurkhas, they had taken their training on Saturday, and this is conducted to keep them on the top notch conditions and increase their stamina. Now, the second paragraph. Now they are taking rest, and after that they will be going. They'll to their room. They will get freshened up, and then they will enjoy their dinner, and then wake up with a zeal and celebrate their Sunday. Okay, so weekly 10-kilometer run for the soldiers. That is your action line, and then you get everything to make your own story. Now, we take the first sentence. SSB trainees on the first day of their training in OTHNI. Maybe in the first paragraph, you say, since they were out of touch, they did not have stamina, hmm, they were unable to run. And the second paragraph, you can say, they did not give up, they took up the challenge. And that shows the responsibility and they motivated each other. Hmm? Even though they were out of practice, that discipline or the toughness, the training is something inside them. You just have to draw that out. And they started practicing, and finally, they all achieved it because it says do it and achieve it. That can be your action line. Hmm? And all these trainees, they did and they achieved. Now we'll see one more photo. Now, this looks like a potter. So here the action line, maybe we can see potter's creation. Hmm? So in the para one, I just say Ramlal used to make and sell earthen pots. Now the sales have come down and the pots are losing their position in every household as various types of water filters have come. So Ramlal was worried. So one day he gets a shining, glittering stone from the riverside. He grinds it and he mixes it with the regular earth and he starts making pot. And now there's a demand for this new variety and he starts making flowers and flower pots also. And one day a lady from an NGO approached him and asked, will you sell all these online? And she also helped to sell these online. And now today Ramlal doesn't wander from place to place to sell his pots. Instead, he sells his pots online, and he owns a studio where he works and exhibits his productions. So now we just see one more picture. Yes, this education educates. Here, Sohan is an aeronautic engineer from a small village in Himachal, which is surrounded by hills. And the children need to cross the hill to go to a high school, which resulted the school dropouts. So Sohan returned to his native and forms a team in which a glider is built. After teaching the basic aerodynamics to the people for um, to his team, they all worked day and night for 3 months. And in his team, he included the carpenters to build a structure in wood, the cobbler to tighten the joints, the blacksmiths to strengthen the structure, the construction worker to maintain the symmetry. Now the glider is ready and it can take small amount of students at one time to the school, which was noticed by a press reporter, and he takes a video and that video becomes very viral. It becomes viral, in fact. And on seeing this, a corporate company comes forward and builds a school in Sohan's area. Okay. Um, Now, we also have to be very careful when we give the conclusion structure of the story. Whenever we end a story, we end the story with a good note. And this can be of 2 lines. But we should never end the story abruptly or on a negative note. And this task um, given is always completed, or the problem is always solved, and everybody is happy and satisfied. There is a development and prosperity. Don't give away prizes or maybe gift to the hero in every conclusion, as it will make you look like a reward seeking personality. So you can avoid that. And the final tips I would just conclude, like the first and the foremost thing, observe the picture like an eagle, how eagle does. Then don't miss any detail. Even a small thing can make a big difference. Again, practice, practice, practice well in advance. Practice alone will make you confident and perfect. And the best tip I would just say, for every single picture, write 3 different stories while practicing, and bring a positivity in your story, and try to connect the picture with a real life incident, and it will make your story easy and will also boost your confidence. Thank you. If you think this message is useful, then like the video. And if you think you can share it, do share it with your friends. And if you want to get notified about the next coming videos, then do subscribe. See you. Thank you.